I ask you, dear God, there's not much pupil to see, dear God, but Lord, you are the God of healing, you're the God of life, you're the God of sweet salvation, dear God. And I know if you're supposed to base healing because of how my faith is, dear God, I know it's going to be a tough road, but dear God, you know what? You're not that type of God, dear God. You never see the worst in anybody. You only see the best, and I want you to give my son the best, dear God. I know 2020 vision is the highest level of vision, dear God, but if you can give him 40, dear God, I ask of you tonight. You made the blind see, you made the lame walk, you made the dumb speak, dear God. So I know you can do the impossible. I look in this eye right now, dear God, and I see what I don't know what is happening. I don't know what's causing the bleeding. I don't know if you're telling me that mom is in the healing right now. Because I know sometimes bad has to happen, dear God, before good comes. Nelson Mandela had to go to prison before he was a president, and one of the greatest presidents that ever lived, dear God. So I don't know if this blood is giving my doctors, the surgeon, a second look. It's giving them the opportunity to give him a second look what they missed the first, dear God. I know, dear God, I've asked you 3 years ago, take one of my eyes, take one of my eyes, and I'm still saying it 3 years later. Take one of my eyes. I know, dear God, I don't need two to survive, dear God, because people live with one. My son has none, so if you make it even, dear God, I don't know if there's a way how to take my eyes out, reshape it, remold it, and put it back in Miss Baby's head, dear God, is my only love, my only earthly love, dear God, I tell you. I don't know what left to do, because sometimes I feel I'll pull mine out and just stick it right there, but I know it doesn't work like that. So wherever you can find this eye, Lord, I know you have spare eyes. I know you have spare everything people want. Lungs, they get it. They get heart, they get kidneys, they get everything, dear God. Just give my son a eye. Give him new retinas, give him new lens, new everything. Remove this blood, dear Jesus. I said if you are supposed to heal him on my faith, dear God, I know sometimes my faith is shaky and weary. And I know you wouldn't judge me for my son. Just give him what he deserves. This baby has gone through 9 hospitals. He has hit death 5 times and he's still standing. Neither deafness or death couldn't hold him, dear God. Don't let vision keep him back. Bless his brain. I pray for his brain, and each day I see him doing things, dear God, that is incredible. I mean, for others it's like okay, but for mama, it's incredible. You let him walk at 2 years old. Some persons never got that opportunity. So I know you're gonna make this man see. This is my king. This is my life. This is everything invested in 5 seconds right here. And as I pray, as I close this prayer, dear God, if every night I have to open his eyes and pray over it, dear God, I'm not the most spiritual, but dear God, thank you for every person that has my sponsors, my friends, Facebook, Instagram, everybody that came together, every prayer that sent out, dear God, when I beg the prayer, dear God, there's no hesitation. And he has gotten billions of prayer to get him here, dear God. And I know there's another trillion of prayer out there. God, open the eyes of my doctor when I get to Miami to meet my surgeon again, dear God, that she will take a second look. She may have missed something the first time, but make sure, dear God, that you stood at the front, the side. You are everything that touches his eyes, every spicroscope, everything that they're going to do, everything that is going to go through this baby's eyes, dear God, you're going to give a second look. I walked into 2 doctors, one hospital and a major doctor office yesterday, dear God, and I felt like they gave up on him, dear God, because it's like they were confused. They were confused because they themselves have never dealt with this case, dear God. So you know, God, this is bigger than even some money right now, dear God. So what I want you to do for me, I want you to be his doctor. You ask the blind one question. If you believe, you shall be yield, dear God, even my weak faith, dear God, but just for my son's sake, I ask you to give him a chance. Take my eyes, remold them, reshape them, and just give it to him. Give it to him. Just let him never be grateful, dear God. Just let him never be grateful when he gets to see you. And if it's your will, dear God, let it be done. Love you, Lord, and I know you love my son. You have proven to me that you love him and you have kept him, and he's here for a reason. Thank you, Lord. I appreciate all that you have done and all that you will do for him. In your name I pray. Amen.